All right, time now for the Great Day Morning Mix, and we now know who will play Michael Jackson in a new biopic set to be directed by Anthony Fuqua, the man who directed Training Day and Emancipation.
Right.
Well, it's Michael Jackson's nephew, Jaafar Jackson. He will play the title role in Michael, which starts filming this year. The 26-year-old is the second youngest son of Jermaine Jackson, and that is Michael's brother, of course. He's also a former member of the Jackson 5. So Jaafar grew up in LA. He has been singing and dancing since he was 12, and his performance will mark his acting debut. Handsome young man, and it's going to be huge. But one of the producers said they did do a worldwide search
to find, back to the original
they went
family?
back to a family member. But it makes sense, right?
I saw a side by side. He dances, right? As you mentioned, part of
he
Jackson
sings.
5. Side by side of him and Michael. It looks pretty good. And it sounds like this biopic, which will be titled Michael, is in cooperation with the family. Because we talked about how they mentioned everything's a go. We're going to tell his whole story, but it does sound like the family's been cooperating, or will have at least some say, a part of it. And Michael Jackson's son Prince did post on Instagram as well. He feels like Jaafar embodies his father, and so he was really supportive and kind of saying, yes, this was the right pick.
I mean, what better? We were hoping for Miles Frost. I was hoping for Miles Frost,
our local
MJ on Broadway, but I mean, it just makes sense. It's family. He's been there. He knows the legacy. I mean, he's a young kid. But I'm curious to see, what stories that we've all heard, if the family's cooperating, what is actually going to be in there.
It sounds like they want to put in things that we might have never heard about Michael Jackson, which seems hard to imagine,
hard to believe,
his life was so public.
Okay, it's that time to snuggle up with a cup of hot chocolate. That's because it's National Hot Chocolate Day.
Yay!
Make some at home. Stop by a coffee shop for one. Feel free to top it with whipped cream, marshmallows, whatever you want. You can celebrate by taking a photo and posting it with the hashtag National Hot Chocolate Day. We're so blessed here because we have a coffee machine that I know you frequent quite a bit.
I love the hot chocolate.
You know what's crazy is I was kind of looking back at the history.
Me too. What did you find?
See what we got. Okay, so back when, because it goes all the way back to finding the cacao bean, and they used to grind it up, and it actually used to be like a really bitter drink.
Yes, cold and spicy.
And then it started slowly becoming sweeter and sweeter.
But that was like 3,000 years ago is what I read. Back in Mexico is kind of where it started. And then it went to Europe, and that's where it started changing a little bit more to now we think of it as like a really sweet and sugary warm drink.
Well, 1948 was when Nesquik first introduced the chocolate milk powder that we now know today. So go enjoy it today. It's kind of the perfect weather out for it.
It is the excuse. Meantime, Showtime is changing its name for the first time in its 47-year history. The premium TV network is integrating with Paramount's streaming service and will become Paramount Plus with Showtime later this year. The merge comes as the companies try to adapt to the rapidly changing media landscape, which is hard to keep up with.
So this means Showtime's actually going away, like not going to be a
under
channel
the umbrella
anymore. It's going to be under the streaming umbrella with Paramount Plus. It's so
already
weird to think.
Up on Paramount Plus's website. I had checked, if you just want Paramount Plus, it looked like it started at $4.99 for that bundle. With Showtime, it was already up to $11.99. $11.99.
Does that include like everything else that comes with Paramount Plus, like the other?
So it said it starts at $4.99, and the next thing I saw was like $14.99, and I was like, oh, probably to get what you actually want to get, it will cost more.
I don't know the last time I've actually watched something on Showtime. I know they've come out with a few hit shows, but I feel like
they have Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is leading the nominations for the Oscars.
There you go. Yeah, so it's kind of like. I don't know, HBO and Showtime are always those things like you didn't buy when you were younger as part of the cable network, like didn't have those growing up, and then
it was a luxury.
Yeah, it was a luxury, and now I don't know what Showtime has, but now we're going to see because it's all part of the stream.
Could be all part of,
It's going to change the way this cable landscape is.
We need to catch up. We still have cable in my household. I'm like, we need to catch up here.
We have cable too, but we got the streaming as well.